just angels. They're just angels waiting on wings. They're just angels waiting on wings. Oh, greetings from New Zealand and the South Pacific. These are the angel announcements for this week on the 22nd of July. I'm Darren Humphreys, the dad of Elijah, who you can see in the background. The first thing I wanted to do was to shout out to my friend Brady today. I've been friends with Stephanie and Craig and their family for a good number of years now. And look, Brady has experienced seizures in the last week or so, and he's in hospital in the PICU in Birmingham on a ventilator and undergoing some treatment. So lots of big shout outs and prayers here from down, and love from down here in the South Pacific and just right around the world. So if you're a prayer, I ask that you take some time to pray for Brady and Craig and Stephanie and Peyton as well and their family, or if you want to send positive thoughts and stuff as well, they'd really be blessed and would really benefit from that, I'm sure. This just really speaks about the great Angelman family, as Audrey Angelman would call it, that we have around the world. A few updates for you and a few reflections on the week. This morning got off to a bit of a shaky start here in Christchurch. We had a 5.1 earthquake about 5:39 this morning, which rattled me from my bed. We're stirred, and no more damage to our house, but certainly a reminder that things are still a bit shaky here down under. And you know, we continue to go with the flow on that, and thank you for those who continue to send your love and your support and your messages of hope there as well for us. A couple of things this week. A friend of mine, Viv, who's been supplying us with water, our water has chlorine in it, so it doesn't taste so great. We make pilgrimages out to Viv's place. Shout out to you, Viv. Big ups. And Viv supplies us with water that's on a different table, which is just really refreshing, tastes really good. Hey, Viv became alike and friends with Catch a Fire and FREDDY'S Drop. These are a couple of New Zealand bands who play some New Zealand reggae style, some really homegrown sort of groovy stuff. Yeah, I'm a bit of a secret Bob Marley fan. Not all of his music, but there's some really great grooves there, and it's a good opportunity to introduce to Francesca to some of the classics. Have to confess as well that you know, in the last month I've watched the Never Say Never Justin Bieber movie. Never Say Never is something that really speaks about our journey as parents of kids with Angelman syndrome. Never say we're not going to do something, or never say your kid's not going to do something, because guaranteed that the goals and the stuff that we set for our kids, they're just going to blow those away. As the words of the introduction and the music come from the song Angels Waiting on Wings by Reggie Ham, and he certainly knows about that, and lots of us do know about that as well, don't we? Hey, big shout out to Ian Winfrey, who I've just become friends with on Facebook, and big shout out to his mum Susan. Hipper Bibs. They sent me this fabulous hipper bib, which I wear with pride and like to refer people to those. So if you get a need for a bib, that's hipperbib.com. Check it out. Order some of the really excellent and exciting things there too. I know that you know, Maggie will be proud also that I'm a bit of a fan of Justin Bieber. But you know, it's all about networking and getting people connected together. Just talking about those things, did you know that yesterday was the birthday of Yusuf Islam, who formerly known as Cat Stevens. Great guy, some awesome music to reflect on. Got hold of a DVD of his recently, and I'm really excited to just sit down and introduce Francesca again to some of those classics. Been thinking during the week about a number of things, and one of the people that came to mind as I was looking for some material was Helen Keller. The story of Helen Keller, who was born blind and deaf, and just her journey of transformation. Got to watch some documentary stuff from the 1930s. Check it out on YouTube. That's Helen Keller, and she went on to just break lots of barriers, to do lots of really awesome things, and she had some really wise and cool things to say. One of the things that Helen said, and I'll read for you the quote, is, "All the world is full of suffering. It's also full of overcoming." So those of you who are finding it hard on the journey today, remember they can take heart from the words of Helen. Let me just do a shout out for FAST, the Foundation for Angelman Syndrome Therapeutics. They're part of a project of Vivnt Gives Back, and Vivnt is a security organisation that's giving $250,000 to the organisation with the most votes. Now, I just encourage you to support that. Check out helpsavetheangels.com, which is going to take you across. All it takes is a daily click and a vote. And hey, awesome job for all those people. We're sitting about 80,000 or something like that. And it'd be great to help secure that funding for the work that FAST are doing to find a cure for Angelman syndrome. If you want to check out their work, you can do so on www.cureangelman.com. It's been Julie's birthday this week, and we've just had a great celebration, so thank you to those of you who put the word out there as well. Remember her in this just most awesome job application that she's got coming up, and a job interview and a presentation that she's got to do. That's happening next Thursday for those of you who'd be keen to support her in your prayers and in your good thoughts. You know, some of you have known that I've been having some physio treatment for a shoulder that I injured, this one here, in some ice skating back on Queen's birthday weekend at the beginning of June. Hey, I've been going to see this guy and have had some physio treatment and have also had some acupuncture. And you know, this guy gave me really rough and a bit of a hard job around some of those things, and really caused me some pain. He did ask me this week, did I want heat or did I want needles? I went for the heat, and I could just imagine him a little bit like that Dr. Evil who laughs as he goes, needles in. And it reminded me of the awesome movie, which you can find on YouTube and other places online, by Dr. Seuss, called The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T, where Dr. T tries to get 500 boys and girls onto this keyboard to play his music and for him to have control over them. Well, check it out if you dare. Well, it's really into the winter here. It's cold, snow, sleet, freezing temperatures forecast for the early next week, which is the last week of the school holidays. But it reminds us that we journey through seasons in our life. Those in which the winter seasons in which we curl up or we warm up, and even in that darkness and even in those places we have opportunities to reflect and opportunities to grow. And you know, we can grow out of those cocoons that we get in the winter into spring and into new life and into new ideas. And I know you guys are in the heat of the summer, those of you who are in the northern hemisphere, which is lots of you, and you're just enjoying some of those, even though some of those temperatures can be pretty roasting as well. Hey folks, it's good to catch up with you. Just wanted to conclude with one of my favourite quotes of all time. And this is something that I found quite life transforming. It's a quote by Marianne Williamson, and Nelson Mandela quoted this in his inaugural speech in South Africa some years ago. I leave you with these thoughts. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, or fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be? We are a child of God. Oh, let me just mute that. Or you're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We're born to manifest the glory of the divine that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in all of us. It's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Those are the angel announcements for today.